In this video, we'll explore the mysterious and unresolved fate of Jeffica, Jeffy's daughter, after the events of the SML movie Jeffy's Daughter video. We'll delve into possible scenarios that explain what might have happened to Jeffica after she was taken away by a hawk, and we'll examine Marvin's peculiar actions and motives following her disappearance. Finally, we'll consider the implications of Jeffica's possible return to the SML universe and how it could impact the characters we know and love. Before diving into the theory, let's briefly recap the events that unfolded in SML movie Jeffy's Daughter. The story begins with Jeffy struggling to open an oatmeal cream pie, only to be interrupted by Rose, who shows Marvin a negative pregnancy test. The revelation sets off a chain of events where Marvin and Rose attempt to conceive a child. After multiple failed attempts, Marvin decides to get his fertility tested and brings Jeffy along. At the doctor's office, both Marvin and Jeffy undergo fertility testing, but due to a mix-up involving their love of a sports drink, Jeffy's sample is mistakenly used instead of Marvin's. As a result, Rose becomes pregnant with Jeffy's child instead of Marvin's. The pregnancy is accelerated by the effects of the sports drink, and Rose gives birth almost immediately to a baby named Jeffica, who bears an uncanny resemblance to Jeffy. Marvin, realizing that Jeffy is the biological father, is furious at the doctor, Brooking guy, for the mistake. Meanwhile, Jeffy is delighted at the idea of having a sister-daughter, but Marvin decides he doesn't want to be involved in Jeffica's life, likely due to the difficulties he faced raising Jeffy. The situation takes a bizarre turn when Jeffica is taken outside to play with Jeffy and a hawk swoops down, snatching Jeffica away. Despite the family's frantic efforts, including calling the police, they are unable to retrieve her. Marvin suspiciously makes a phone call, and it's revealed that he paid the hawk to take Jeffica away. Now that we have a clear understanding of the context, let's explore several theories about what could have happened to Jeffica and why Marvin may have orchestrated her abduction. One of the most straightforward explanations is that Jeffica was tragically eaten by the hawk. In the wild, hawks are predators known for hunting small animals and birds. The sight of Jeffica, a small and vulnerable baby, could have triggered the hawk's hunting instincts, leading it to snatch her away with the intent of consuming her. If Jeffica was indeed eaten by the hawk, it would explain when Marvin appeared relieved rather than distraught. He may have seen this as a grim but necessary solution to a situation he never wanted to be in, especially considering the difficulties he faced raising Jeffy. A more imaginative theory posits that Jeffica wasn't eaten by the hawk, but instead was taken back to its nest, where the hawk decided to raise her as one of its own. This scenario, while unlikely, adds a whimsical twist to Jeffica's fate and aligns with SML's penchant for absurd and unexpected plotlines. Another possibility is that the hawk, after realizing it couldn't properly care for a human baby, left Jeffica at an orphanage or a safe place where she could be cared for by humans. This theory adds a layer of complexity to Marvin's involvement, suggesting that he might have planned for Jeffica to be safely removed from his life without endangering her. Why did Marvin do what he did? Raising Jeffy has been a notoriously difficult experience for Marvin. From Jeffy's bizarre behavior to his frequent troublemaking, Marvin might have been terrified at the prospect of repeating this ordeal with Jeffica. Also, raising a child is expensive, and Marvin might have felt that he couldn't afford to care for another child, especially considering the financial strain Jeffy has already placed on the family. I honestly believe Jeffica could return one day to SML videos. She probably survived the hawk somehow. Even if the hawk was trying to eat her, maybe she fell and someone found her and adopted her, but I'm almost sure she will come back. Tell me your thoughts about this video in the comment section. Follow me if you want to watch more funny videos like this one.